The promise of the open road, a fleet of gleaming trucks crisscrossing the country, being your own boss. It's a powerful image, the modern American dream. And between 2020 and 2023, it was a dream that over 200,000 new entrepreneurs chased, nearly doubling the number of trucking companies in the U.S. But what followed was a nightmare. A freight recession hit, and the average driver's profit collapsed from around $1 per mile to just 3 cents. 3 cents. While their costs remained locked in at 40 cents a mile. The result? A wave of bankruptcies that washed away hundreds of thousands of those new businesses. This isn't just a story of bad timing. It's a brutal lesson in the unforgiving economics of owning a trucking fleet, where the difference between thriving and failing is measured in fractions of a cent per mile. Before a single tire even hits the pavement, the financial barrier to entry is immense. A brand new Class 8 tractor, the workhorse of the industry, will set you back between $150,000 and $190,000. You can buy used, of course, but that brings its own risks of maintenance and breakdowns. Then you need a trailer, which varies in price depending on whether you're hauling dry goods, refrigerated produce, or construction materials on a flatbed. After the heavy metal comes the mountain of paperwork. You need operating authority, the legal permission to haul freight, along with a portfolio of state and federal permits. And then comes the first major gut punch, insurance. For a brand new, small fleet, the initial annual premium can be as high as $19,000. That's a $19,000 bill you have to pay before you've earned your first dollar. Once your wheels are finally turning, the real battle begins, the daily fight against operating costs. According to the American Transportation Research Institute, the average cost to run a truck in 2025 was $2.26 for every single mile driven. And that number is a battlefield of constantly shifting expenses. The most volatile enemy is fuel. With diesel prices fluctuating, fuel costs can consume around 69 cents per mile. For a truck that runs 120,000 miles a year, that's an $83,000 annual fuel bill. And in trucking, fuel demand is what economists call inelastic. You have to buy it, no matter the price, just to keep moving. But the single largest expense isn't diesel. It's the person behind the wheel. Driver wages and benefits cost the average fleet 99.5 cents per mile in 2025. This cost is driven higher by a chronic driver shortage. In 2026, the industry is short somewhere between 60 and 80,000 drivers, a number that could balloon to 160,000 by 2028. An aging workforce and the tough lifestyle make it hard to attract new talent, forcing companies to pay more to keep their seats filled. Then you have the costs that never sleep. Maintenance and repairs average about 20 cents per mile, a figure that climbs as your trucks get older. Your truck and trailer payments, whether you're financing or leasing, eat up another 39 cents per mile. And then there's insurance again, a cost that has been escalating at an alarming rate. It now costs an average of 10.5 cents per mile, a record high. The reason for this spike is a terrifying legal trend known as nuclear verdicts. These are jury awards in personal injury lawsuits against trucking companies that exceed $10 million. The average size of these verdicts skyrocketed from $21 million in 2020 to $51 million in 2024, creating a ripple effect that drives up premiums for everyone, from the mega fleet to the single owner-operator. With all these costs bleeding out, how do you actually make money? The answer lies in freight rates. The price a shipper or broker pays you to move a load. These rates are a chaotic dance of supply and demand. When there are more loads than trucks, rates soar. When there are too many trucks fighting for too few loads, rates collapse. Fleet owners live in two different worlds. The first is the spot market. This is the Wild West, where rates change by the hour based on immediate need. It can be incredibly lucrative during peak demand, but it's dangerously volatile. The second world is the contract market. Here, you negotiate stable, long-term rates with a shipper for dedicated lanes. This provides predictable revenue and is the bedrock for most successful fleets. It insulates you from the wild swings of the spot market and often includes fuel surcharges that adjust with the price of diesel, protecting your margins. In 2026, average van rates hovered between $2.01 and $2.98 per mile. But making that rate profitable means being ruthlessly efficient. The cardinal sin of trucking is running deadhead miles, miles driven with an empty trailer. Every deadhead mile is pure cost. You're burning fuel, paying your driver, and putting wear on your equipment without generating a single cent of revenue. This is where larger fleets have an inherent advantage, using their network density to ensure their trucks are almost always carrying a paying load. Side note, if the numbers in this video are hitting harder than you expected, hit the like button. Genuinely helps more people find this content. And if you're not subscribed, do it now. We break down exactly this kind of thing regularly every week.
Right.
Because it gets even more interesting from here. When you subtract the relentless cost from the fluctuating revenue, what you're left with is the razor's edge of profitability. A typical trucking company operates on a profit margin of just 2.5 to 8%. That's an incredibly thin buffer for error. For an owner-operator who has to cover their own salary and taxes, the target is higher, around 15 to 25%. But in the tough market of 2024, the truckload sector posted an average margin of negative 2.3%. They were losing money on every mile. This brings us back to that wave of bankruptcies. The small operators who jumped in during the boom times failed because they couldn't survive the cash flow gap. They had to pay for fuel, drivers, and repairs today, but they wouldn't get paid by their brokers for 30, 45, or even 60 days. When rates plummeted, they had no cash reserves to cover the difference. They were running on fumes, both literally and financially. So, how do the survivors do it? They wage a war on costs. They specialize in a niche, like refrigerated freight or final mile delivery, where they can command better rates. They build ironclad relationships with brokers and shippers who provide consistent, reliable work. And most importantly, they leverage technology. The modern trucking fleet is a data-driven operation. Telematics and AI are no longer luxuries. They are survival tools. They power software that optimizes routes in real time to save fuel and avoid traffic. They enable predictive maintenance, alerting you that a part is about to fail before it leaves your truck stranded on the side of the highway. Advanced driver assistance systems, or ADAS, like collision avoidance and lane-keeping technology, are making trucks safer. This doesn't just save lives, it saves money. A fleet with a strong safety record, proven by data, can negotiate lower insurance premiums, fighting back against those nuclear verdicts. This technological arms race also informs one of the biggest strategic questions a fleet owner faces: to lease or to own your equipment. Leasing means lower upfront costs and predictable monthly payments, which is great for cash flow. You can also get newer, more fuel-efficient trucks every few years. But you never build equity. Owning is a huge capital investment, but once the truck is paid off, it becomes a pure revenue-generating asset. There is no one-size-fits-all answer. Many successful fleets use a hybrid model, owning their core assets and leasing to handle surges in demand. Looking further down the road, the biggest disruption of all is approaching: autonomous trucks. The economic case is compelling. Projections show that self-driving trucks could reduce the cost per mile by over 40%, primarily by eliminating driver salaries and optimizing for fuel efficiency. This represents a potential $600 billion disruption to the freight industry. But this won't happen overnight. The transition will be gradual, starting with long, straight stretches of highway, and will be shaped by technology, regulation, and public acceptance. The economics of a trucking fleet are a high-stakes balancing act. It's a business of massive capital investment, relentless operational costs, and revenues that can change with the weather. It demands more than just a love of the open road. It requires the discipline of an accountant and the strategic mind of a chess master. The road to profit in trucking is paved not with asphalt, but with data, discipline, and a deep, unshakable understanding of every single dollar earned and every single cent spent. I'm Billy, and I probably spend too much time thinking about the fact that 200,000 people looked at the same opportunity. the same open road, the same demand, the same dream. And most of them were bankrupt within 3 years. Not because the idea was wrong, but because they knew what they were getting into without knowing what it actually costs to stay in it. If that gap between seeing an opportunity and understanding its real economics sounds like your kind of problem, subscribe. Because that's exactly what we dig into here. The next video on your screen does the same thing for a completely different industry. Same level of detail, same honest look at what the numbers actually say once you get past the surface. It's already up. Go watch it, and I'll see you there.